and welcome to another episode of Friends, Food, and Fun. I'm your host, Brian Uppert, and I'm joined here with my, as usual, lovely guest, Helenka.
Well, I'm not your guest, I'm your sidekick.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
You're still a guest to me.
Okay.
So, how is thou? She's sick. So, we've
But
got
I promise not to contaminate the camera.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, I think we've got a pretty interesting recipe
We have
today
a
from our book.
fabulous recipe.
We're reviewing this book. This one is a new version of Cook This, Not That. And the recipe is on page, if you're going to follow along with us.
It is 184.
184. So it's a...
Bacon pizza with caramelized onions.
Oh, yes.
And goat cheese.
I made these caramelized onions takes a while to do, so
yes.
I did these yesterday. Actually, the day before yesterday. Yeah. So good. So we got all kinds of ingredients. Now, what I've done here is I have a toaster oven, and this is a convection toaster oven. So what I did, it comes with or can bake a 12-inch pizza. So this is just this is store-bought whole wheat pizza dough.
I thought I recognized the color was darker.
Yep, and what I did was I put some olive oil on the bottom. Actually, I lined it with tin foil, and then I put some olive oil on the bottom of it, and then stretched it out here, and it's been sitting here for about 10 minutes at least. So this is our lovely base.
Okay.
So we also have the toaster oven heating up. The temperature in the book says you're supposed to heat it at 500 degrees and cook it for about 80 minutes. My toaster oven only goes up to 450. We're going to heat it up to 450 and then reduce it down to 375 and let the pizza cook for about 12 to 18 minutes.
Right. And we'll keep an eye on it.
And we'll keep an eye on it. And guess what? We're going to make our own pizza sauce.
Yes.
And I was talking to Helenka, I was like, well, what can we add to this?
And well, of course.
We always add something to it. So, okay. First off, to make us a pizza sauce.
Okay.
We've got, and these are
a can of whole peeled tomatoes.
Yep, these are Italian peeled whole tomatoes.
It's supposed to be drained, so why don't you, do you want to pour off the
Is it supposed to be drained?
Yes, I read it, it says so. So why don't you save the liquid for a soup?
For something else.
Yes.
Well, we have to drain it then. Right.
Yes.
So I've got a strainer, and like it says we have to strain this, so sure we do. Actually, I could probably just spoon them right from the thing. So these look lovely. So if someone gets sauce...
If they get a little extra juice, no big.
Are you going to complain?
No.
Did I make a mess?
Well, we'll find out if there are spatters on the walls later.
Oh yeah. I made jam at my mom's place in Newfoundland one time. And the funny thing is, jam ended up appearing everywhere. And I think she even said to me too, I was like, why is it in, whatever room it was at the time? I was like, I have no idea.
Well, because you have some on your finger and you don't realize you walk and you open
but it was
the
like
door.
It was like, oh yeah, that's true too, but it was like a splatter everywhere. It was like, really? I thought I was careful. So yeah, it could happen. So half teaspoon of salt.
Yes.
1/8, 1/4, 1/2. So we're just going to use regular, this is sea salt.
Yes.
Okay, that goes in. What up next?
A tablespoon of your beloved oil.
Oh, it's a tablespoon of olive oil.
Yes.
Okay. I thought I had to get into the measuring cup out.
No, it's not that much.
Okay, so a tablespoon of olive oil.
So it's probably just for a binder, emulsifier.
So it goes there. We love cooking with olive oil.
Yes, we do.
Or as we call it, I love oil.
Yes.
This one is a nice Greek olive oil. Okay.
Now, are you up to mincing a clove of garlic, or do we have...
We don't mince garlic, I'm sorry, not on this show. We have super industrial, already peeled, diced, and...
And we haven't even gotten through the whole jar yet. But
no,
we're
and we've
doing
been
a
doing
job.
a very good job with this. So, how much?
A tablespoon.
Oh yeah, right.
No, a clove, actually, sorry.
1 tablespoon.
Oops.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get to it in time. You said, silly me.
Oh. Well, it's going to be, I can't touch it then. No, sorry.
It's going to have too much garlic in it. Right.
What a thought.
What else we add to it?
Well, we were thinking of adding extra special ingredients.
Yes, and so we were thinking, and I had to go and search for them.
Yes.
We're going to add these lovely sun-dried tomatoes.
Yes.
So I've got a little bunch here. So. Now the idea with this new book is they try to keep the recipes for the meals under or around about 350 calories, which I think is very reasonable. Okay, so we may stretch it a little bit.
Oh,
with this.
not with just a couple of sun-dried tomatoes.
How about 4?
It's still, well, that's 2 couples.
2 couples of sun-dried tomatoes. Okay, so we've got that. So I'm going to add this in here now, and then I think that's all we're going to add, isn't it?
No, we're adding
Oh.
splashes.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. I didn't read the script. Okay, so splash. Yes.
Yes.
So we've got a few things to splash.
Yes.
We've got this is Worcestershire sauce. We got Louisiana hot sauce.
Yes, yay.
And one of my favorites is Chipotle
Right.
hot sauce as well.
So splash away.
So I'm just going to give it a little shake.
Yes.
Shake her booty. Doot doot. Just to give it a little extra kick. And this is Louisiana choo choo hot sauce.
That's more than a few kicks there. And a little bit of smokiness.
And a little bit of smokiness with the
Yes.
Worcester. Okay. Okay. Now, next up, Rooney, we have to pulse this thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So put the lid on. Close your ears.
Thank you.
On.
A few seconds.
Where's crush on this thing? Oh,
They're
food chunk.
supposed to retain their chunkiness.
Okay. So I didn't let it go to town,
No.
but it looks like it did do what it needed to do.
Good.
Okay, so put that there. Let's check her out and see if we can get if it's chunky enough. Did I do it with the spoon? Oh, there it is. I think so.
Good.
It pulsed it nicely. Okay, so then we take this
Yes.
and we're going to put this on said pizza
Yes.
dough.
Yes.
Dough ring. Okay. So in case you can't see, here you go. So I'm just going to spoon it out here. Now, the amount that I made, we're not going to use all of it. Because it's made for, I think, 2 pizzas.
Yes.
Or we're just making 1.
So it's meant to be a light layer, and you have done a very light layer.
Oh, okay. I was going to add more, so we should refrain from adding more.
Well, it is a thin crust pizza.
Well,
Isn't
fairly
it?
thin, yeah. Okay, so I think that's going to look lovely.
And besides, you're going to add
We're going to add
all
stuff.
the cheese and everything else. That looks fabulous.
Okay, so, I'm just trying to, oh, that's the sun-dried tomatoes, I think.
Good. So they're in little
We're
chunks.
adding some lovely things now.
Yes, we are.
One of them is goat cheese.
Yes. So we're going to do the goat cheese first, the onions, the bacon, and we're adding fresh rosemary.
Yep.
You have it.
I do indeed.
Wonderful.
So I'm using a special goat cheese. This one is coated in ash, which is lovely. I actually love this one. So
All right.
it will give it a different taste to it. So we've deviated from the recipe, of course, as always. And I'm going to use the whole log.
Wow.
So is there any, I don't think there's any particular way that you actually do this now, is there? Or do you put the bacon
Well, I
on
think,
first?
no, I think the
You
way
put
I
the
read
choke,
it
the
was
cheese
the
on?
goat cheese first,
Okay,
because it is the, it will melt,
yeah.
so it will combine with the tomato sauce.
There we go, and we're going to cut up the other one. And let's see what we can get done here. You and I have been talking about making our own pizza. So I thought this week why not try this recipe out. It sounded
Mhm.
really good. You know how much we love.
The other types we made, and also the
Yeah,
goat
the little
cheese.
babies. Remember the little baby ones?
Yes.
That we used to make with English muffins? And then we have, oh, I made a dessert pizza too. That was lovely as well with nice apples and,
Far more than 350 calories, I'm sure.
yeah, that was.
Yes.
All right, so that's done. Now we need,
Caramelized onions.
oh yes, these are lovely things. So we're gonna need a spoon, something. Give that a whiff. Now I did this a little bit differently.
This time?
Yeah, there actually is a recipe in the book on how to do it. Now I do it my own way, so a lot of times, but the way they said to do it is you take 2 red onions, which is why it's this color,
Okay.
and you're basically going to cook them down,
Mhm.
and you put a lid on the pot. It's just a little bit of olive oil in the bottom, and you cook it. I think I did it for about 45 minutes. So it came down really nice. Now, if you make this, it'll last, I think they said about 10 days in the refrigerator.
Usually.
For us, it will not last very long at all. No.
It'll get eaten.
It will definitely get eaten. Okay, so now we're going to put, I think we should put bacon on there.
Yes.
I'm going to cut that up. Now I'm using, this is pre-cooked bacon. I love using this pre-cooked bacon. It's one of my favorite ones. And I'm just going to cut it up into little pieces, and then we're going to put it on top. And the rest of it will cook in the oven.
Don't forget the rosemary goes on top as well.
Yep, that's the next one after this. And then that's it.
Because for once we're actually going to skip the red pepper flakes.
Yeah, it says to do red pepper flakes.
We're a little overwhelmed.
Gun shy
yes.
of red pepper flakes. So what we did was to add the little
Hot
bit of
sauces,
spiciness was to use the hot sauces. So that's what I like about the way we can come up with different ways
yes.
to make up for things.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's one of the things we've always known, but learned a lot throughout our cooking travels. Mm-hmm. So it's a half teaspoon of fresh rosemary.
Yes.
So I got some lovely fresh rosemary here. I'm just gonna destock it. And then I'm gonna chop it up.
And you do a fabulous job of chopping.
Oh, this smell, can you smell this?
Remember.
You snug it up.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so nice. So
That'll
if I use
cut through any congestion.
Yeah, if I use a little tiny bit extra, I don't
Oh,
think
please do, please do.
I don't think she'll
No.
complain. Anytime you can use fresh ingredients, especially when you're putting it onto a pizza like that, always try to use fresh herbs. There's a lot of times when I make sauces and things like that too, if I don't have the fresh, I'm not going to get too overly upset about the whole thing. I know there's a lot of people that say, you know, use always fresh.
Well, the other thing is also if you're cooking it, a lot of even fresh herbs do get, have their potency
reduced.
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm done with this. Sprinkle it nicely around here. You can smell?
Yes.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pizza and we're going to put it in the oven.
And you're going to reduce the temperature.
Yep. So I'm going to reduce the temperature down to 375. I'm going to change the time to
12 minutes start.
Yep. And now we just wait
Okay.
for the pizza.
Good.
Well, it's almost ready.
I certainly.
There's the timer. So we
wow.
actually did keep it in. We actually looked at it at the 10-minute mark,
Yes.
the 14-minute mark, and now the 18-minute mark. So we just want to make sure that it's nice and
But properly cooked.
properly cooked, because you don't want soft dough. Now I did put it on convection. Ooh.
Wow.
Just don't touch.
You know, of course not. It's glistening.
It is glistening. So I'm going to put that there for now. So I'm going to check her out. I think it's suitably. I have a proper pizza slicer.
Yes, you do.
Handy dandy rig.
Almost, almost,
Well,
almost.
Kind of, sort of.
Okay.
Got some there.
Okay. Let's see.
Took a while for us to get off the foil, but let's see how she likes the pizza.
Well, I've never said no to anything with goat cheese.
Oh, goat cheese.
Yes. I don't know if there's any on here, but
So flavorful, I hope. Good.
mm-hmm.
Oh, she's going back for more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that's a great pizza. I guess one thing to learn too is make sure you actually do put something on the foil. I actually put olive oil on the foil thinking it would release it.
Well, you're supposed to use a pizza stone as well if you have one.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't have that, so
Yeah.
I mean, this worked out. It's actually probably was better that I did on the foil than putting it onto the pizza maker.
Because then it would have been stuck there.
It's stuck there too.
Yes.
So it is very good. We're going to
It
enjoy
is.
this now, even if it's going to be a mess or not. But that's okay. We get to dig into it. So thank you again for watching another episode of Friends Food and Fun with myself, Brian, and Aleka. For more episodes and our blog, please visit my website at brianupward.com. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again real soon. Take care for now. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.